Okay, let's see how it looks. I mean, I guess it's just like that on my end. I should be alright. Everybody else says it's okay, so I guess it's okay. Oh my goodness, there's an ad. Hello guys, what's up? Wait, hold on. Okay, at least the audio is working. What's up guys, how are you? You know, I'm just cleaning my screen right now. I'm doing good, I'm doing good. You good, don't worry. It's still here anyway. You can check it in my lives, I think. No worries. Alright. Everything sound good to y'all, chat? And everything looks fine? It's not blurry or anything? Okay, that's good. That's really good. And it does seem like it's covering everything. Okay. Alright, bet. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, so first things first, on what we're gonna be doing today is we're gonna be playing around with the graphics setting. I'm kind of excited about that, to be able to customize how it would look.
Still nowhere near finding Imperator. I'd better check on Abby. Abby.
You can't get Ian-san. I hope you get her soon. Yeah, there are times where it's just like you're looking for this one 4-star and it's just not coming, man. Like for example, I think before I was trying to get Bennett. I couldn't get Bennett for the life of me. Okay, I got 680. Let me check if audio is okay. Yep, alright. Audio is fine, everything is fine. Let me look at how much. Okay, I have this much. That's good. Look at her. And then there's Camellia over there. Damn, you got C2 Varesa? That's nice, man. Ooh. How is she? As C2. Okay, there's another exploration event. Nice, we have this as well. I'll just get that. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's get everything in the store. Obviously, we're not buying any of these. We are a very light spender. But we can get these. They're pretty pricey, I'm not gonna lie. Pulling for Cantarella, I'm skipping her. I'm already guaranteed, so I'm saving it for Shorekeeper. Because on version 1. version 1.2, 1.3, I was not playing Wuthering Waves. I skipped those two patches, so I missed on her. So I'm really excited for her rerun. Let's take a look. Okay, 7 here. And we have 14 here. Both are at a 25 pity, guaranteed. Okay, what I am excited about. Let's this looks a bit strange. I think it's because of the graphics, it changed a bit. So let's see here. Where is the graphics? Here, right? I'm only at frame rate 60. Hi. Huh. Here it is. Okay, I got it. Oh, good luck, man. Okay. Gonna put brightness at that. Okay. Brightness is a bit lower. Let me go somewhere else. Somewhere with a better view. And then we're gonna change the time. Let's make it 10 a.m. Right. $10 a.m. I kind of want to try a desaturated look to give it a bit more gritty tone. And then contrast will bring it to 60. Let's see. Like a bit more of a Dark Souls type of thing. But I also want to take a look at the more saturated part. Let me see. 70. Okay. Okay, now let's try 60. I'll maybe put brightness lower. Okay, it's a nice saturation. I kind of like it. A bit more lively. How about you? Have y'all been playing with this new graphics setting? Okay. I'm gonna be playing around with this for a little while, so bear with me. Bring it to 10. What if I put saturation at 10 as well? Bring it up to 75.
I alone will decide whether it's for
okay. I don't like how it affects this part. Okay, I'm gonna put the saturation up again.
I alone will decide.
Okay, I think 70 is a bit 70 contrast is a bit too much. They're a bit too bright for my liking.
Between the two.
So let's bring it down. I'll bring it to 60. Let's see how this looks.
I alone will decide
Okay.
whether it's for show
It
or
seems
for
about the
battle.
same as
Would you like
before, I suppose. And maybe we'll pump up the saturation up a bit. Bring it both at 65. Okay. I think we can kind of rock with this one.
I alone will decide whether it's for
Yeah,
show
I
or
think
for
we'll rock
battle.
with this. This is how we'll play for
Would you
today.
like a plan with convention, then conquer by ingenuity?
Like, look at
Would
a
you
close
like
up
a fun game between the two
of
of us?
how it affects the
I alone will
models.
decide whether it's for show or for battle.
Wuthering Waves has too many white-haired women. I swear. Okay. Let me just clear these because I don't like having red markers everywhere. Oh, what is this? Change title. Okay, well, apparently all of it is locked for me. Okay. Alright, enough stalling. Let's take a look at the... Oh, and this is where we get the rover. Okay. Let me do my dailies first, and then we'll do the main story. So what I need at the moment... Oh shit. There's a new set. Okay, that's cool. Honestly, have no idea what I want to stack on. I guess we'll just farm for echoes. Yeah. Let's go.
Can you keep up?
Okay, let's see here. Let's adjust. Say I put it to 20 here.
Quickly and swiftly.
It's a bit more gritty.
Time to part ways. You will yield. Victory favors me.
Alright.
A new era of
Oh, it looks so dark. I kind of dig the aesthetic of that. But I'm definitely gonna go back to brighter. To a brighter look. S. Don't need that. Nope. Nope. No. Okay. Have you already started playing Wuthering Waves 2.2? Okay, there we go.
quickly and swiftly.
What's T?
Bloom from ashen shell. Vitality, sower. Entwine. Struggle harder. Entertain me. It's getting fun. My compliments. Brilliance lights the way. Great.
Wow, okay, he is resisting fusion damage by a lot. Keep it just in case. Nope. No. Oh my goodness. Nope. Okay, nothing here. All right, we got our dailies done, and now let's do the story. Yeah, what is this flight? They changed the icon. I don't think it looked like this before. Yeah. Wish that was crit rate. All right, we're officially at 10K. Have a lot saved up for Shorekeeper and Zani. A lot of bundles here. Right. And exits. All right, here we go. Here we go. Okay. That's very far. Oh, okay. Oh, that's very near now. Hmm.
You there, Abster?
Abster.
What's up?
It's taking longer for Abby to react.
Hey, there's nothing to worry about. I'm just a little beat, that's all. Oh, earlier, when I was half asleep, I came up with this great idea for finding the Sentinel.
Let's hear it.
Didn't the Sentinel say they're locked up in some kind of tower in the sky? Well, how about I just fly up there and look for it? Easy as pie.
The tower is either too far to see, or it's totally covered by clouds. Otherwise, we would have seen some sign of it on the ground. In the shape you're in, are you sure you could fly that far?
Hey, come on! It won't hurt to try. The cliff at Egla Town would be a perfect launch pad.
All right, if you say so. I like this vibrancy. It's nice. Oh. Oh, it's the new character. I forgot her name.
Music itself holds no emotion. It's the heart that grants it meaning. So, dear listener, tell me, what feelings did my piece evoke in you?
I like the design. It's really nice. Although I probably won't pull her. Relaxation and warmth. Feeling of nostalgia.
valuable insight. Thank you. That brings me closer to completing my piece.
Okay, we're at low leniency. All right, that's good.
Salutations, Rover. My name is Chacona.
Chacona.
Bard. I'm glad to have met you.
I like her horns. I like that they're uneven. You're looking for me?
I was sent by Lady Carlotta to find you. As I passed that abandoned house, I suddenly felt this, well, you know, rush of inspiration that just can't be ignored. So I stopped to compose a piece. Surprise, surprise, the melody led me right to you. Well, I suppose this won't count as me getting distracted, right?
I like her eyes.
If Carlotta asked you to find me, has something happened?
Lady Carlotta told me you encountered the supposed martyred maiden, Cartathea.
That's
She
right.
dispatched search teams soon after, but there's been no sign of Cartathea since. That's why she asked me to use my forte to recreate the frequency you experienced at the time, to see if any details you might have missed become clearer.
Recreate the frequency?
Well, it's a little tricky to explain in words. Think of it like being in an immersive portrait. Can you tell me about your meeting with Cartathea? The more details, the better. Even the smallest things count. Let's see here. Tweak a few notes here. Some emotions there. Textures. That should do it.
Whoa. Would that be her weapon?
Now then, Rover. Time for you to tune in to your memories.
Damn, we went into his nose. Whoa, look, I'm glowing. I have a golden outline.
Tune in to my memories. Does that mean I'm supposed to see the past from another perspective?
Ooh.
Laureate. Our tacit marks are glowing again. It appears there is a special connection between them.
Nice.
What is the meaning of this?
Someone used their resonance ability to help me relive this moment. But this seems unexpected.
Oh, she came.
How did you first come to notice me?
The Sentinel. Imperator's voice guided me to you.
You heard the Sentinel's voice? Then tell me, am I their resonator?
A question I have yet to answer myself.
Well, Imperator called you the Lost, and Primus Fenrico claims you are the resonator for Leviathan, the Threnodian. But you really don't have any idea?
I've actually been searching for the answer to this question too.
Not gonna lie, my favorite
My
main
memories
character
are
out of the
fragmented.
gacha games is definitely
I remember
Rover.
becoming a resonator, and the moment I was given the name Fleur-de-Lis. I also remember fighting something, but the details and the outcome of that battle are lost to me. You seem deeply concerned about the Sentinel. Tell me, why is that?
Abby. You rang.
You rang? Whoa! Check it out! Our frequencies got split apart.
What do you mean? Right now we're kind of like aberration. Wait. Oh, it's a question. Right now, are we kind of like aberrations? Apparitions?
Yeah, sorta, kinda.
This must be the frequency that's entangled within you. Is it some kind of echo?
You can sense Abby?
Yes. I'm experiencing a similar kind of frequency split. Though there is little that remains of my resonance powers. I feel its frequency weakening.
You know, now that we have
I
like a
understand
much
why
more
you're
up
eager to
close
find the Sentinel.
look at her, she's pretty. I can
You
see
said
it.
you heard the Sentinel's voice. Was there anything else they said?
They spoke of being ensnared in an inverted tower suspended in the sky.
Ensnared? Does that mean behind the seals there's...
Did something come to mind?
I'm sure you've noticed that I was drawn here only as a frequency. My true form currently resides inside an inverted sonorosphere, suspended high in the sky. At its center stands a tower, its gate locked by 3 seals. I've sensed a voice calling out to me from behind them. Could it be the Sentinel?
Say, it's really faint, so I barely noticed earlier. Is that a Threnodian smell I'm getting from you?
Oh. I guess that kind of answers the question.
The scent of a Threnodian. You can perceive the Threnodian.
How are you so sure, Abby?
It's not an exact one-to-one with that big Ovathraxula meatball I had. But I'd never mix up a flavor I've already tasted.
Abby has a nose for these sort of things. We came across Threnodian powers before in Jinjo. So, it's safe to say Abby can be trusted.
Do you think I'm the Threnodian's resonator?
If we're making assumptions, let's err on the optimistic side first.
No, I thought it was pronounced like
Given your current situation, it is possible you were affected by the Threnodian's powers during your battle alongside Imperator. That could be the reason behind losing all your power, too.
I take it this theory would benefit you as well. After all, that unique echo of yours needs the Sentinel's powers for treatment, does it not? Even in adventure tales, it's not always the witch who loses her memory. It could also be a blessed maiden, trying to regain her powers. In that case, it appears we share the same goal of finding the Sentinel.
You're awfully calm about this. You're willing to trust in Abby?
Spending so much time alone in the Sonorosphere gave me plenty of time to consider countless possibilities. I've braced myself for whatever may come until I find the answers I'm seeking.
I want to know what's going on with Imperator in that tower. And I want to speak with you in person. How can I reach your Sonorosphere?
A part of the Sonorosphere is actually on land, though its outer perimeter is surrounded by a barrier. I cannot leave, and no one can enter.
Ahem. Just break it open?
I'm afraid that won't do. That barrier
Just break it
also
open.
acts as the power source that maintains the Sonorosphere's integrity. If it's destroyed, the entire sphere will collapse. And the ruins, along with the tacit discords it houses, would come crashing down on Raguna. It would be catastrophic.
You said no one can get in. Has anyone tried?
Yes. I've occasionally sensed someone wandering outside the barrier, as if searching for a way inside. Perhaps they know something.
Could it
Any
be
distinguishing features?
Cantarella?
Almost
Yep, it is.
like a deep-sea jellyfish.
Jellyfish, huh?
I wasn't able to get a clear look. I can only describe the feeling I got from her as a resonator.
You're glowing.
It would seem this resonance ability can only last for so long.
I'll look for a way to find this person you mentioned.
Something tells me you will keep your promise. No matter the outcome, this may be my chance to find the answers I've been looking for.
Rover? Rover?
Ooh.
Oh, thank goodness. You're finally awake. How are you feeling? Any headache, tingling feet, upset stomach?
Oh, she has a fleur-de-lis below there.
Phew,
This
I
one.
tried everything, but you just
Sort
couldn't
of a
wake up.
fleur-de-lis.
I thought you were...
Thought I was what?
Wait a second. Did you actually fall asleep listening to my music? Oh. It kind of breaks my heart to know you reacted like that when it wasn't even a lullaby.
No, it was really helpful.
Helpful for your sleeping troubles, hmm?
You tell Chukan. Damn, how do you... Chicona? You tell Chicona what happened. Oh, she's crying. What the fuck? You know, if I were to compare the art styles
So my forte created
of
a
Withering
special
Waves
connection that led to some unexpected
and
developments.
like Kuro and Hoyoverse, I'd say Hoyoverse is more
Is
of
she
like
friend or foe?
anime,
What truths lie behind this
Japanese
seal, and
manga
who
kind of
is
art
this
style.
mysterious
This
wandering
one,
figure?
Withering Waves, reminds me more of like manhwa,
I have a feeling
Korean
this is going to be
manga.
a very exciting
I
song.
kind of like it. I started getting to manhwa a lot. Why is there a cat? Oh, it's me! I turned into a cat. No, never mind, I'm there.
I'll pass this information on to Lady Carlotta. So, what do you plan to do next?
Yeah, I've been getting to a lot of manhwa lately, so... The Rover seems like a very generic manhwa protagonist.
Pardon the intrusion, my lord.
What do we have
My name
here?
is Sebastian. As per milady's instructions, I have been entrusted with the honor of inviting you to the Phasalia estate for a discussion.
The Phasalia.
The Phasalia family. The one that's likely worshipping the Thrnodian.
That's where
Why does she wanna
Cantarella
talk with
is.
me?
Milady has expressed a desire to clear up some unfortunate misunderstandings that occurred previously.
Tell her I accept the invitation, but at a later time.
I will convey your message to Milady.
Didn't expect the head of the Phasalia family to come looking for you. Especially while they're still in the middle of negotiations with Lady Carlotta. She's just as unpredictable as the rumors say.
Tell me more about these rumors.
I suppose you would want to know more about her before taking up her invitation, hmm?
Excuse me.
She's known to be a recluse, and rarely makes public appearances. No one outside the family even knows her real name. They just call her
Really?
the head of the Phasalia family. I've heard quite a few rumors. Which one would you like to hear first? I have Shadow of the Ancient, Lady Bane, or maybe Entangler of Hearts.
They all sound like clickbait title. Clickbait title? Well, I get we have technology here, so it does make sense. They all sound like clickbait titles to me.
Hello, that's why they're called rumors. I'm just doing my due diligence by being faithful to the source material. So, ready to dive right in?
I don't have much time. How about a shortened version? Give me a quick summary. I'll get into the details later. Whoa.
Well, long story short, the Phasalia family was one of the first to set foot on these islands and establish order in Renacita. Their lineage even predates the Order of the Deep, and their craft of extracting toxins from aquatic plants is a legacy passed down through generations. Word is, they select the new head of household by having candidates ingest each other's poisons and wait to see who's still breathing when it's all over. Stories about the current head of the Phasalias get even wilder. They say she didn't go through the usual selection process. Instead, she took the throne by poisoning her predecessor. Others say she's a master in the art of manipulation, drowning her victims in hallucinations until they agree to her terms without even realizing it.
Sounds like... Sounds like a dangerous person. Only the bad stuff, huh?
In any case, the Phasalia family aside, she's someone you definitely want to handle with care. If you're set on meeting her, I'd be extra careful if I were you.
The way she describes the head of Phasalia reminds me of how Cardathea spoke about the wandering figure by the barrier. I can't rule out the possibility that they're the same person. Looks like I'll need to pay her a visit.
Very well. Ooh, the maiden, the defier, the death crier. Ooh, that's a new place. Although I've already been here. Oh, so this is the Phasalia residence, is it?
Hello. I received Chacona's memo. To think the head of the Phasalias approached you when I was still in negotiations with her emissaries. Was it meant to be a diversion all along? They
I don't know, girl.
you and you alone. As a Montelli, I'm in no position to intervene. That being said, if the Phasalias try anything against you, I'll get you out. Even if it means storming through their front gates. In the meantime, I'll keep looking for more information and the person Cardathea mentioned to you. I'll call you as soon as I find anything.
Alright. I'll be waiting.
I alone will decide.
Let me use
whether-
Rover.
Be there for everyone as we head toward our shared future, leaving the past behind.
I'll use this. Actually, no. I will go back. Switch to this one. And then I'll just start using Rover on my team.
Will there be new discoveries?
I guess we can put him first. Although he's not built at all. But just for the sake of the story. Wow, look at that. Sunset.
Now, if you'll
Oh.
please just follow me.
It's Sebastian. Enter Porto Veno Castle. Porto Veno. Okay, I might be butchering the pronunciation. Ooh. I thought they were with the Thernodian. Oh, there she is. I like how glowy the jellyfish are.
One moment, please. I shall inform Milady of your arrival.
That won't be necessary. To keep our honored guest waiting would be most improper.
And the contrast is
Especially when it was
crazy.
I who extended the
Jesus Christ.
invitation. Cantarella Phasalia, 36th matriarch of the Phasalia family. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. Honorable Laureate, the new crown of the Carnival.
Just Idris will do. Have you seen my crown by chance?
The laurel is a gift of the divinity. What claim have I to crown one as distinguished as yourself?
Sorry, that was a bad joke.
I should be the one to apologize for not understanding our guest's attempt at lightening the mood.
Just Idris will do.
Very well. You may also call me Cantarella. Now, shall we proceed to my study?
Look at this contrast. It's so
I
heavy.
will be there for everyone
But it's
as we
the
head toward our shared.
the best I can do. Berta, Niño, and Ondo. Yeah, I'm just walking up. A nice, quiet space. Okay, so you're just gonna stand there? You're not gonna go in with me? Alright. There we go.
Won't you have a seat?
I'm a bit skeptical about that tea. No, it's
I
coffee.
hope you'll accept this tea as
It is tea,
my
never
way
mind.
of apologizing for the incident with
Don't drink it.
Gilberto.
You saw the trailer, man. Don't drink it.
Members of the family may have troubled you, but there is no stain that can't be washed away. Every sorrow has its own way of fading, don't you think? You still hold a grudge? Won't you accept my apology?
I'll push the tea to the side. Can't trust this woman.
I see. Let's set aside such past unpleasantness for the time being. I invited you here to ask that you might serve as a mediator.
Before we get into that, there's something I want to know.
I imagine it concerns the Phasalia family's true beliefs. It would seem Gilberto's mind is beyond saving. But let's not dwell on that. What is your
Gilberto.
opinion on the current state of Raguna?
Peaceful in a way that feels wrong.
So you've noticed something is amiss? As expected, from someone who's felt the weight of a Threnodian invasion firsthand. And what exactly do you find most unsettling?
Why haven't the Threnodian and the Sentinel ever shown themselves?
Because the Threnodians' invasion of Raguna has long since concluded. The Threnodian, so named Leviathan, possesses the power to merge and assimilate. It uses distorted beliefs to spread a spiritual plague that slowly devours civilizations from within. Though the previous two attempts were thwarted, the tall mast of the galleon that is Raguna has already been snapped in half. Now the blissfully ignorant masses walk hand in hand toward an abyss they cannot see. Friend or foe? As a newcomer to this land, can you really tell them apart?
Are you implying the Order worships the Threnodian? You want to talk. Given how strange your family's been acting.
Yes. And no. On one hand, there's the truth of the Order's beliefs. On the other, there's our family. The Threnodian doesn't take kindly to those who know the truth. We've always been under its whispers. Once the soul fractures, the mind will follow, until only a puppet remains. Now that we've come this far, there's nothing for me to hide. My only hope is that once you learn everything, you will carefully consider my request. Come. The truth you seek lies in the deepest part of the castle.
Okay, let me change this contrast. It seems a bit much. Maybe I'll put it at like 60. Okay, well, I didn't really change much, but it's alright, I suppose.
It's thick with dust. Hard to believe they're truly worshipping it.
Curious about that statue. It
I almost
represents
fell
the
down.
unbroken friendship between the Phasaelius and the Order. But in the eyes of outsiders,
I
it
love
is
this
more a symbol
castle.
of defeat and submission.
Okay, that's 63.
The aroma from these plants. It's the same scent that was in the study.
These are via... This is it.
Okay, how will it open?
Prepared?
Oh.
Yes.
Now that we're here, I'm afraid I can't let you leave. Even if you want to.
And slowly. Oh. Oh, it's a sword. Oh, is that her sword?
Just as I expected. The Threnodian took notice of you the moment you learned the truth. What you see in this sanctuary is the Sentinel in their true form. A majestic steed that galloped with the wind, not a creature of the ocean's depths. The Order worships a half-horse, half-sea creature divinity, a form the Sentinel assumed only after being corrupted by the Threnodian. Although the Sentinel's will has yet to fade,
So it's
who
both?
knows how much longer they can endure. I wish to ask you to persuade the Sentinel of Jinzhou, Jue, to come to Renacita, to save Imperator.
That's much easier said than done. What makes you think I can do that?
Both Jinzhou and Jue owe you their future. That makes you the only person capable of this task.
A sentinel cannot leave its commissioned region. Jue leaving Jinzhou would be a betrayal of duty. Jue is still in the middle of a recovery. I'll go with the middle one.
I understand the position you are in. Word has it that you're currently staying at a hotel and are at odds with the Order. Perhaps a stay at my estate would suit you for the remainder of your time in Renacita.
What's that supposed to
I can
mean?
offer you a glimpse into Renacita's past, and you'd be spared the Order's unwelcome attention.
There might still be a path forward.
Am I gonna grab the sword?
Carlotta once helped me interpret some stained glass images. The story it told was very similar to what you've described, only more biased towards the Order. It mentioned a maiden who would emerge as the Sentinel's resonator and later save Renacita. Do you think that's also a lie?
Care to elaborate?
Describe to Cantarella what was portrayed on stained glass.
The part regarding the maiden isn't entirely fiction. The Sentinel does indeed appoint a maiden to be their resonator, though not in the way the Carnival would have you believe. No. It's through resonance with a very particular artifact.
That's not how Jue found the resonator.
That's because Imperator wields the power to split and manipulate space. With it, they
He's a
can
manipulator.
withdraw a portion of power. That power's frequency will match the Imperator's own. This is how the Sword of Divinity, Turvin, came to be.
Turvin.
A blade sealed with the very powers of the Sentinel, and the artifact used to select their resonator. To resonate with the sword is to resonate with the Sentinel. Only the Chosen One may hope to draw it.
Then, what about Cardathea?
The martyred
I thought it was
maiden.
pronounced Cartethia.
The nature of her resonance is unclear to me. Perhaps she resonated with the Threnodian, or perhaps with the Sentinel in its corrupted form. But choosing her could not have been the Sentinel's will. That's because the maiden was already dead.
What? Are you saying the real maiden was already chosen?
In the past, each year the Phasalia family would hold the divine trials to select those with the strongest will. These young women would attempt to resonate with Turvin's powers, while overclocked, of course. Though none succeeded, some saw fragments of the truth hidden within the resonance. I was one of them. There was a moment where I glimpsed the Sentinel's corrupted form and the inverted ruins suspended in the sky. I also learned that only Turvin can break the barrier of that sonorosphere. When I awoke from that vision, I discovered a line of words inscribed onto my hand. I would never mistake my own handwriting. That is precisely why I'm searching for other possibilities. The words were, "The maiden is dead."
An inverted ruin suspended in the sky. Her and Cardathia's descriptions bear many similarities. If Turvin is the key to entering the Sonorosphere, it stands to reason that Imperator may have played a role in the sphere's creation. If I can confirm that Turvin was truly left by Imperator, at least it would prove that neither are lying. Cantarella said she was overclocking when she tried resonating with Turvin. That's exactly what happened with Jinchi. Could Imperator be trying to restore their power through a second awakening?
I completely forgot about this, by the way.
If that's the case, my permission should cause a reaction. That's one way to confirm what they're saying.
Would you mind if I tried pulling out the sword?
I suppose all that's left is its symbolic value. However, do handle it with care. It is a family heirloom. I've heard of your unique methods and formidable strength.
Oh, it's glowing already. Oh shit, it's moving.
Rover, who are you really?
You can call me the Blessed One. I'm just... WUWA calls me the Arbiter. But you can call me the Blessed One. Or Blessed One, I guess.
The Sentinel's arbiter?
Well, I have some information and theories of my own. Care to hear them?
Please, enlighten me.
You tell Cantarella about the conversation you had with Cartethia.
I would never have imagined someone already considered a martyr could still be alive. What surprises me even more is the connection you have with the Sentinel. We Thessalians revere Imperator as our one true divinity, and yet, here you stand, the arbiter of the Sentinel. Would it be more fitting to address you as Master?
Keeping it Idris is fine. Let's get back to the matter at hand.
Then, I present my request once more. Are you willing to help rescue our Sentinel and pull Renacita back from the brink of chaos?
I have my own reasons for finding Imperator. You hand Cantarella Turvin.
Turvin can only serve its purpose while in your
Turvin.
hands. You should have it.
The only question now is how we reach Cardathia and Imperator's Sonorosphere.
We can discuss it on the way.
So you're the one that Cardathia sensed wandering outside the Sonorosphere?
A question that you already know the answer to. Why bother asking?
Just making sure.
Although being described as a jellyfish.
Pretty accurate, no?
There is a cable car in the lower
Ooh.
levels of the Phasalia estate that leads directly to
No, it's
the
not our
Sonoros
weapon
Sphere.
yet.
The mechanism beside that wall can activate the lifts.
Are all these mechanisms really necessary?
Convenience isn't the only reason for having them.
Oops, sorry I cut you off, girl.
Why do the Phasalias have a cable car that leads directly to the
Ooh,
Sonorosphere?
5 asteroid.
Before it became a Sonorosphere, it was a seminary known as the Avenolium. A
Avenolium.
martyred maiden once pursued her studies there. A superficial harmony needed to be maintained between the Phasalias and the Order, and this underground cable car was intended to send scions of the family to school.
Okay, there's
The
no
elevator is merely a later
chest
addition
around, I
had built
don't
for
think.
easy access.
Oh, okay. Whee! It's time to... Oh my goodness.
You seem perturbed. Are you still gathering your
Perturbed?
thoughts?
Everything that's happened has all lined up so perfectly. It makes me think it's too
Wow,
good
it's
to
so
be
high up
true.
in the sky.
I'd like to share a different perspective. Rivers eventually
Huh.
converge into the same ocean. If a goal is mutual, then it's only a matter of time before they meet. Our choices and our will have led us to this situation, not the wishes of fate.
You are quite different from what the rumors say.
Oh, and what rumors have you heard?
That you're a recluse, a mystic, obsessed
mystic.
with the crafting of poison. Oh, and that you poisoned your predecessor. Those kinds of rumors.
A recluse? On the contrary, I've been searching for a solution to the Sentinel's plight, and rarely return to Renacita. After most of my leads fell short, a friend at Mingting in Huanglong introduced me to the stories they were telling of you.
A friend?
Who?
All the affairs of Huanglong's states eventually land in one person's hands. Would you care to take a guess at the identity
Changli,
of this
probably.
friend of mine?
Why not put the other rumors to rest?
Because the rest of them are all true. I see it'll take more than that to rattle you, huh? I assure you, this is no jest. We Thessalians have lived under the Threnodians' whispers for generations. Once the soul fractures, the mind will follow, until only a puppet remains. When the soul of the ruling head falters, Thessalia tradition dictates that the successor usher them into eternal slumber, with a poison of their own making. My succession ritual? Well, an unforeseen incident gave rise to whispers that sparked.
Oh,
those
look at those
rings.
stars shooting
How long has
meteors.
this been going on?
Oh, I see it.
For
It's up
centuries,
there.
every generation.
Gonna have to explore this place soon.
Outside, they call me the Bane, but historically every head of the Phasalia family has carried such a title. It just so happens that I am the most potent one yet.
Potent. I see what you did there.
We've reached the old seminary's undercrypt.
Get to play
The
as
gateway
Cantarella.
into the Sonorosphere itself lies at its center. We shall continue on foot from here.
She's a really gorgeous character. Let's take a look at her stats. Wow.
The tides have whispered of your arrival.
Those are really good stats From a trial character? Those are really good. Okay, don't look at me like that. Ignores 12% havoc res. Wow, this weapon is cracked. And okay, you're gonna have to be using Echo for her often. Okay, so this is a DPS build, obviously. Oh, this is the basic attack one. Oh, well, yeah, that makes sense. The other one is Midnight Veil. That one is more of a support type. Okay, so he has crit rate. Oh, okay, I guess no S for the trial one. Casting recovers 1 point of trance. Okay, so 2 trances, I think, for her skill. She's a crazy woman, I swear. Avenolium sunken something. Look at that.
Strange. This area was clear of tacit discords on my last visit. And there's no tacit field nearby. Could they have come from the Sonora sphere itself? Feel the tide pull. Engulfed
Ooh.
by sea's venom.
Didn't think there would be Gulpuffs here.
Interesting.
Oh.
I've
How
never
do I-
seen such little creatures before. Would you mind sparing a few for me?
Oh, okay. I have to fill the whole thing up.
Do with them.
The road ahead will not be an easy one.
What exactly happened here?
The second dark tide. It occurred right here at the Avenolium, the largest
Really?
seminary ever built by the Order.
Okay.
It arrived on the very day the Blessed Maiden passed her trials and was crowned by the Order. A day when the leaf burned brighter than ever. And when the darkness came, none
Okay, I'm
escaped.
supposed to...
These
Okay.
days, what most people remember
There we
is the
go.
seminary disappearing into the sky. But in truth, the dark
Okay.
tide that
Alright, now
shapes
I know how to build
across
her.
Rinascita
Build her,
vanished
play her.
along with it. Yet due to a lack of records, the second dark tide slowly faded from memory. I was there when it all happened.
You were
Still an
there?
ordinary member of the family.
Oh yeah, because it
watching
only
it
happened
unfold
like
from a boat just outside the seminary. It wasn't
a
until
decade
later,
ago.
when I attempted to resonate with Turvin, that I gained a partial glimpse of the Sonorosphere's interior.
It sounds like someone inside the seminary did something to stop the spread.
Precisely. It could very well have been Cartathia's doing, but, as with the first time, there's also the chance it was the Sentinel who turned the tide. I can sense the conflict within you, the temptation to trust your maiden. But it's best to keep those thoughts to yourself for now. For the Threnodian knows where the heart is weakest, and it is there it strikes the hardest. Of course, it's never too late to place your trust when the evidence is clear. But now is not the time, is it?
Look at that. That looks pretty cool.
The gateway into the Sonorosphere is just on the other side of this bridge. This is the furthest I've ever managed to venture. Judging from the bits of information the Sentinel gave me, Tervin is the key to entering the Sonorosphere. And who can wield the sword of divinity but a blessed maiden?
But you said you left yourself a message saying that the maiden was dead.
That's why I sought aid from the other sentinels. It's a shame they all refused. Luckily,
But now I'm here.
you've brought me a new hope.
Alright, I am going to stretch. First, keep my body moving.
This is a testament to my connection with the world around me, and it's very much my companion now, bearing witness to everything I've experienced on this journey. This is a testament to my connection with the world around me, and it's very much my companion now, bearing witness to everything I've experienced on this journey.
Okay, I'm back. Let's keep it moving. Ooh. There are multiple swords. Oh, we made it in. Oh, there she is.
Laureate, you have come. Greetings. I'm Cartathea, and you are?
Oh, Cardathea. Okay.
Cantarella Phasalia.
Why is she so sad?
Oh, a Phasalia. It seems your ties with the Order are more complicated than they appear.
I had the privilege of watching the Blessed Maiden's performance at the Carnival once. I'm rather surprised. After all this time, you still look exactly as you did that day. But you and I should be around the same age.
I'm also unsure of what's happened to me.
Cantarella should.
I've been searching
Well,
for answers.
she looks like she's like late 20s or something.
This must be the sword of divinity. Turvin. The one with the Sentinel's powers sealed within.
You shouldn't have knowledge of this sword.
Memories flowed into my mind just as you entered the Sonorosphere, granting me information about the sword's origins.
Cantarella said that only those who resonate with Turvin are granted glimpses of its knowledge.
Would you mind if I tried touching it?
Go ahead. You know what? The sword sounds like a sword. It rattles a little bit.
The question of whose resonator I am is now perfectly clear.
And who is it?
If I am not the Sentinel's resonator, then that must mean...
Don't jump to conclusions just yet. That doesn't prove you're the Thermodian's resonator, nor that you aid its cause.
Huh?
Things are more complicated than you expected.
This connection formed between the Sentinel and the Thermodian, the second Dark Tide, and the forming of this Sonorosphere.
Right now, you're the sole survivor of whatever happened that day. You really don't remember anything?
Sole survivor?
As you spoke, I remembered a few more things. There are two other swords. The Sword of Discord, Hognis, and the Sword of
Discord.
Virtue, Haltia.
This because I'm reading SSS Revival Hunter. It's a manhwa, and there are these different swords as well. So that's pretty cool. Do you remember 3 pedestals as well?
Yes. Did you see them too?
I did.
Placing the 3 swords on their respective pedestals should break the seal over the main tower. But why would this information be revealed to me now? Is this the Thermodian's doing?
If we do nothing, we'll never get any answers. Instead of speculating, we should use the clues we've gathered so far.
Lady Maiden.
Please, Cartathea would suffice. I am but a fake after all.
I didn't say that. You don't know.
I've waited for this moment. This chance to save the Sentinel. And my family. I will not turn back, even if this does turn out to be a trap. If the thought of the final answer troubles you, then I suggest you step aside. Rover and I will take care of this matter.
She's very I wouldn't say aggressive.
Since you are willing to overlook the possibilities of a trap, then there's no reason for me to
Forward, I guess, is the word.
I underestimated your resolve. I'm sorry.
So, how do we get up there?
Simply place Turvin on the pedestal behind me, and this tower will elevate itself.
Wow, there's gonna be just like a huge elevator just going up into the sky.
What you said to Cartathea back there.
Rather effective on someone of her personality. Wouldn't you agree?
Ooh, cutscene. Yep, okay. Oh no, that thing flies. Okay. I thought there's gonna be like just a huge stone pillar just going up into the sky. Okay, that was a very short cutscene. I was kind of expecting a bit more. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I love the warmth. Everything's floating. Whoa, my goodness. Wow. That Kuro doesn't disappoint, man. They don't disappoint. That was such a beautiful like scene that we saw there.
Are you all right? The gravity that occupies this space is the opposite of what you're used to. It took me some time to get used to it too.
Why is this place upside down?
I believe it's to prevent them from falling to the ground.
Them?
Tacit discords, the dark tide, and these.
Oh
ruins
shit, they
themselves.
just went into the sky? Huh.
I imagine it's also a symbolic reminder that our beliefs have been turned on their head. This view matches with what I saw at the time.
Until you get used to the gravity here, I suggest we travel via phone.
Boom.
It's the name I gave to a gondola.
Oh. Ooh, we got it back. Looking around if there are chests anywhere nearby. Ah, look at those gigantic pages floating. Wow. This is beautiful. Oh my. Wow. Yo, I am just kind of blown away right now. This is gorgeous. Holy shit. Wow. Winds of the past. This is... I'm sorry, man. Kuro is just... Damn. I am blown away. Oh, I got my boots wet. Oof. There he is, foam.
This gondola only has 2 seats.
Oh dear, I completely forgot about this.
Can we make room for one more?
Greed will get you punished, you know.
I'm afraid Foam would refuse that suggestion.
Okay.
The 2 of you can go on ahead.
Ooh. Okay. What's with these like very, very short
You look
cinematics?
distracted. Still thinking about what Cantarella said about fearing answers.
My powers are very weak, and many tacit discords roam the sonorosphere. Thus, I've been limited in the areas I can explore. All I can do is sit here, lost in thought, trying to figure out who I am.
Are you afraid of knowing the answer?
God, I wish I had a 4070.
We'll be arriving at the first water rise soon. A few details, if you don't mind.
Feeling nervous?
Of course. The last time I tried to pass it like this...
Oh my. Of course.
Where were my manners?
Imagine that was Female Rover. That's
As for the rest of
crazy.
the way, I see it clearly now.
Oh, she. Why did I say shit like that? I mix it with she. She can't see our face. That's crazy. Up and away. She disappeared. Whoa, that shit looks cool.
Vines, over there. And that statue.
I can feel strong remnant energy coming from it.
The Order's remnant spark must be inside the statue. Legends speak of how the first Primus used it to purify the first Dark Tide. I see now. The lingering remnants of the Dark Tide must be trapping the spark. To release it, we'll need to clear away the remaining remnants binding it. Once we have the remnant spark, we can use it to burn through the vines.
Okay.
If the Thenodian created the Dark Tide, maybe Abby can absorb it.
That might be a bit too much.
Abby is still unwell. Perhaps we shouldn't burden it further. More Dark Tide remnants. Good thing there isn't much. Leave it to me. Don't worry. This much I can still handle.
Okay, that is one down. Whoa. And there we go. Now we're at uneven. Cartesius. Oh. Cartesia. That's the correct pronunciation. Okay. Nice. We just get this thing? And then we just chuck it? Be gone, evil being. Yeah. Okay, hold on. I will just look for dinner.
The vines are remnants of the dark tide. Foam won't be able to cross through them. Let's disembark here and find a way to clear the path.
Tonight, all the riddles are solved. Behold, the elixir of resurrection.
This calibrator seems to be operational.
You are back.
One moment. That should do
What a
it.
night to remember.
Why don't you give it a try?
Leave it to me. No hesitation. The hour is upon us. Break. Hopefully this helps. I sense your weakness. Remnants of the past.
Oh shit, I was on mute the whole time.
Rotate the gravity calibrator to change the direction of
But
the
I was
gravity's pull.
hearing...
If we use this, we should be able to reach areas we previously couldn't.
I swear I was hearing like laughing and all giggling and all of that. I don't know if that was on purpose or a glitch of some sort. Because it's not being explained to me right now. We gotta fight. We gotta fight these.
Leave it to me.
Alright, leave it to me.
The end has come. Hopefully this helps. No hesitation.
Alright, this is the nearest one.
Hurry. We need to purify the other statues before the Dark Tide's corruption returns.
Alright, let's get a move on. This place is trippy. Excuse me.
Sounds like Foam's getting impatient. Let's head back.
Okay, Foam. Hang on. Coming. Oh, I see a chest. I am distracted.
Cherish every gain.
All right. Be gone. All right, let's go. All right.
Did you feel any discomfort while we were clearing out the remnants?
I forgot. Hang on.
Nothing out of the ordinary. I felt fine. I suppose this alone is not enough to determine whose resonator I am.
Yeah, you've helped a lot. Don't worry about that.
Gotta post this.
Another water rise is coming up. You planning to hold on to something?
Why didn't you tell me sooner?
Hang on. Wait. There we go. Ooh, okay. We'll explore those when we finish all of this. Maybe we can go faster. Oh, there's another one. These are so cool. I love animations for things like these. Whoa. Turn, foam, turn. Hang on.
By the way,
Let me get this
you
chest.
said the inverted gravity is to stop the dark tide from descending into the city. But all we've seen so far are just its remnants.
And that's because this very waterway we're sailing on used to be the dark tide itself.
Huh.
In these waters, gravity isn't the only thing that's inverted. Its very essence is too.
I see. That's interesting. Whoa. Hold on now. Don't do tricks.
Obstacles ahead. Let's get off here.
Very well, my lady. Oh. I have to go here.
There it is, up there. But judging by the distance, we'd be hard-pressed to make it back in time.
Can you use your ability from somewhere in between to clear them all at once?
I might not have that range. But there may be tacitite devices nearby that can help amplify my forte. Let's see if we can find one.
Let's find one.
Strike from the shadows.
Whoops. Press the wrong button. Alright, where am I supposed to go? Up. More enemies.
That's it. A tacitite device.
Leave it to me.
Leave it to me.
Sounds come forth. The hour is upon us.
I didn't forget about you, buddy. All right.
This should do the trick.
There's more of you.
Strike from the shadows.
Bruh.
Hopefully this helps. The end
Oh, there's
has come.
more. It just fell over. That's nice. It's a neat animation. So far, I'm enjoying this. Okay, the sound stopped. I guess that was just part of the battle music.
You okay?
Just catching my breath. You go get the remnant spark.
Yeah.
Up ahead is the Tower of Salvation. That's where the first pedestal is located.
Tower of Salvation.
Yes,
Ooh, more
a
chests.
name taken from the Order's Codex.
What's that?
An unexpected discovery.
What's that purple thing there? It's nothing. Oh, look at those fishies. Oh, nope. Whoosh.
I'd rather know I'm a villain than remain a wanderer, lost in a world without understanding. To live with
Huh,
no
why are there
memory of the
balloons?
past. Would it be so different from choosing to end it all? I must find the answer. Only then will I know how to face the memories I still carry.
Ooh, look at
As
that.
for you, if I really am,
Okay, it automatically opened it.
I can take...
I should go back for Cantarella. Will you wait here for us?
All right. She's left all the way there.
Of course.
I hope you won't mind the extra trip, Foam.
Bro is tired. Rumbles. It doesn't take long for Cartethia to return.
I saw signs of battle along the way. Is anyone injured?
My life. Good as new. No problem.
You're not hiding anything from me? Oh,
No, not at all.
Your smile is rather concerning.
Oh, I insist. Here, take this.
Advanced nutrient block. Huh, alright. I rarely cook in this game. Like, cooking food. They look exactly the same. Whoa, okay, we're gonna have to travel up there. Yep. This is pretty cool. Oh my goodness. Behind the gate. Do I get sucked in? Door of Unity. Huh. Where the fuck am I? I am. What? Where the fuck I am? That doesn't sound right. Ooh, we're gonna have to do another. Another. Oh, it's not a pedestal anymore. We're gonna have to go back. Oh, okay, we're back down here. No problem.
There's no
Why am I
knowing
walking
what
fast? What the fuck is
placed
this?
on the pedestal. It's best we prepare ourselves.
What? Oh my goodness, did y'all see that? That was funny. Place turban on its pedestal. Shing. Whoa. Oh, we broke one flower. Okay, there are two more.
No longer shall you
Oh.
bear these thorns as a
Okay.
reminder. Forged from primordial seas, this crown shall grant a new identity. Fleur-de-Lis, child of divinity, the Immaculate One. Will you uphold the sacred teachings of the Order of the Deep?
Order of the Deep.
Salvation, unity, ascension. Of these three doctrines, which do you choose?
I choose salvation. I wish to be the Master's blade, striking evil, upholding virtue, and offering salvation to those in peril.
In the name of divinity, I bestow upon you this crown. May the blood
See,
of
I
justice
don't
never run
want to
dry.
compare, but this is what I'm saying
Through this
HSR
sacred
needs to do.
right, you become the
It needs
bridge
to be
between the
animated like
heavens
this.
and the living. From this day forward, you shall be the Master's sole receiver and herald. Rise, blessed maiden Fleur-de-Lis.
That's her real name.
Master shall ever have the right to command you to bend the knee.
Oh, wouldn't that make me the master? Whoa. Did I get arrow? This is the arrow resonator? Resonance, I mean.
I told ya to stop sticking random
Wow,
stuff
he's
in here.
bright. He looks rejuvenated.
Do you have any idea how messed up and humongous that frequency was? It's gonna give me indigestion!
I love Abby. He's funny. What frequency, Abby? I almost said Anby. This is a different game. What frequency, Abby?
I should ask you that. What did you do just now, huh? I was dozing when bam! Out of
Bam.
nowhere, a giant blue ball landed on top of me. It almost squished me.
A blue ball.
I'm guessing putting Turvin on the pedestal had something to do with it?
Oh, hey! It smells just as unnatural as that big Gigantor back in Jinjo.
Gigantor. Oh, WUWA?
The Sentinel of Jinjo. If what our little echo friend says is true, then the frequency that entered your tacit mark could be Imperator's powers.
Ooh, that means we got Arrow.
But the Sentinel isn't even here.
The power to split and manipulate space.
It is reminiscent of the moment of Turvin's creation. Only this time the place of confinement has become your tacit mark.
Why would it do that?
I believe it was meant for the true maiden. Under the right circumstances,
I am the maiden?
the one to wield this sword and enter the Sonorosphere would be the Sentinel's resonator, the Blessed Maiden. The Sentinel entrusted their power to the resonator so that she could lend assistance when the corruption of the Threnodian altered them. Quite logical, isn't it?
You don't seem too thrilled about it.
I like his little ahoge. I think that's what you pronounce it.
Already failed.
On his hair.
Cardathea, that means your guidance holds the key now.
But
I believe in you.
No buts.
Is there anything else you remember?
I just remembered the day I was crowned by the Order. And the moment the dark tide descended upon us.
You saw the coronation too?
Huh?
Describe what you saw to Cardathea. Cardathea.
But I didn't see the dark tide.
That is all I can remember.
Is that what you saw?
Mm-hmm.
You witnessed it as well, Cantarella?
No. I only saw fragmented, blurry images. They seemed to belong to other places within the Sonorosphere.
Well, it doesn't look good right now.
I believe this is where we should rest. We'll wait until sunrise.
We can take this time to think about the clues.
I'm gonna hit the sack as well.
There he goes.
Boy, it's so cramped in here.
Alright, let's talk to Cantarella. Cantarella.
Now what could you possibly want with me at a time like this?
About the Phasalia family.
Is it true that the Phasalia family was one of the factions that started the conflict in that stained glass?
The leader of one such faction, to be exact. That was a long time ago. After their defeat, the Union was disbanded under immense pressure, and the Phasalias gradually withdrew from the public eye.
Is this why you had no choice but to publicly change your beliefs?
No. The reasons for the Phasalia family relinquishing their pride and enduring disgrace are far more intricate than that.
What do you mean?
Long ago, Turvin was actually given to the Phasalia family by the first Primus, Napoli II. When the conflict had settled, he arranged a private meeting with the head of the family to reveal the truths behind the pilgrimage. He told the Phasalias that when he traveled through the first dark tide and reached its end, there was no sanctuary, only a battlefield filled with darkness and suffering. The heavenly voices he heard were not revelations from the divinity, but the seductive whispers of the Threnodian, casting a lure for puppets to bite. As I told you before, Leviathan is a Threnodian who uses beliefs to spread a spiritual plague. You see, it requires a puppet to carry its voice. The Sentinel realized the Threnodian's plots, and thus the first Dark Tide was launched as a hasty reaping of Raguna and the Sentinel. To save Raguna from the grim fate brought by the Dark Tide, the Sentinel split a portion of their power and entrusted it to Napoli II.
As
This
swords.
power allowed him to imbue the echoes with the strength to repel the tacit discords and purify the Dark Tide.
And this power was released through the lantern depicted in the stained glass?
Yes. The other part was kept inside Turvin. It was in that very moment, when the Sentinel's power had been weakened, that the Threnodian corrupted and merged with their body, transforming the Sentinel into the form you see today.
If what you're saying is true, the first Primus should have been on Imperator's side. Did the spiritual plague you mentioned affect him?
Although the Primus's body remained whole, his soul was torn apart, caught in the ceaseless struggle between the Threnodian and the Sentinel. Within the body they now shared. The Sentinel's power failed to shield the Primus from the Threnodian's influence. As the two divinities vied for dominance, he succumbed to many misdeeds against his own people. In the end, during that private meeting, he confessed the truth to the head of the Thessalians and begged for release.
So that's why he passed so abruptly.
The Thessalia family was powerless against the Order at that time. Our only recourse was to submit to their cause and keep the secret locked away in our hearts, waiting for the right moment to act.
There's something else I want to ask about.
Now, what could you possibly want with me at a time like this?
Can't I just talk to you? Can't I just want to talk to you? Anyway, how about Cardathia? Keep mixing those pronunciations up.
Before I learned of those record secrets, I had only seen her from afar, heard tales of her accomplishments. While I would be willing to believe she stands with humanity, the more I allow myself to cling to such thoughts, the more I must strip them away and think rationally. It's only then I can be certain these thoughts are my own, and not the whispers I hear in the dark.
I see.
Now, what could you possibly want with me at a time like this?
About about the divine trials. Oh, she's quiet.
A trivial experiment. A test designed to find those with the strongest wills and force them into resonating with Turvin. Yet after trying for so long, all we got was the answer, the maiden is dead.
I don't think she wants to continue this conversation. Better to stop pressing.
Alright.
Now, what could you possibly want with me at a time like this?
Cardathia and I will take point again tomorrow.
Well, I don't intend to wait around either.
Are you going to search those areas we passed before? Alone?
The more clues, the better, don't you think? Oh, and take this.
Is it more medicine?
Afraid I've slipped something extra in? Or perhaps you're contemplating dinner with me.
I'm just curious why the matriarch of the Thessalia family packs her own food.
Food is always an easy target for those who find me less than pleasing.
I am kind of hungry right now. Ooh, did she cook this? A homemade panini. Yeah, it looks like salmon. I think that's salmon. Ooh, I do want to eat something like that. That looks pretty good. Love me some panini. Where's Cardathea? Where is she? Oh, there she is. The Dark Tide.
Is there anything else you'd like to ask? I'll share with you all that I can remember.
About the Dark Tide.
It is paradise.
I take it you don't mean that in a good way.
It is a place where sickness, hunger, sorrow,
A
despair,
path to
and
hell
dullness
is
of heart
paved
cease
with
to
good
exist.
intentions,
There, deacons sing eternal
and
hymns.
paradise is
From a
paved
literal
with...
standpoint, this line
I don't
describes
know.
the dark tide perfectly. In the beginning, the dark tide would claim only the areas it touched, assimilating all life as its vanguard to clear the way for its spread. The dead, they would grow mouths and sing hymns, day and night. They did
Yeah,
not
that does
need
sound
eyes or
kind of
ears,
creepy.
for their purpose was to
And
spread
ominous.
blindness and madness. Even those who did not believe were drawn irresistibly to the Leviathan's creed, and for those already deceived, it was all but inevitable. When a soul is corrupted to its core, it will sing hymns without end on its sleepless journey to merge with the dark tide. And when every faithful soul has returned to paradise, the land consumed by the dark tide will begin its pilgrimage, drawn by darkened skies, spreading its gospel to wherever it lands next. The final act of the dark tide is the journeying paradise.
Is this the future you saw after coming into contact with the dark tide?
Yes.
There's something else I want to ask about.
Is there anything else you'd like to ask? I'll share with you all that I can remember.
About the Avenolium.
That was its name before it became a sonorosphere. This seminary, built on an island, was not just a place of learning, but also a sanctuary for raising dragon echoes.
How to Train a Dragon Withering Waves Edition. That'd be so
We
cool
all
if we could ride a
scriptures,
dragon.
Geography, history, and combat skills.
Shouldn't a seminary focus more on cultural arts?
This was a seminary reserved only for resonators, so naturally, their talents were put to more practical use. Besides, the doctrine of salvation emphasized the importance of combat.
There's something else I want to ask about.
Is there anything else you'd like to ask? I'll share with you all that I can remember.
About the other swords.
The Sword of Discord, Hogness, and the Sword of Virtue, Haltier. I can't remember anything else about Hogness. But as for Haltier, it was my former blade. How did it end up being one of the swords that can break the seal?
Perhaps we'll know once we find it.
Is there anything else you'd like to ask? I'll share with you all that I can remember.
You don't need to stand so far away, you know.
It's safer this way. You should get some rest. We'll be counting on you again tomorrow.
Can I sit down here? No. Okay, let me take a look at what else we can do aside from the story. Already did that. We can do a trial. We can do a trial. Oof. Okay. Ooh. It's quite the amount of asteroid. A seaside Cinderellas. Okay. Okay, so I'm guessing there are 2 acts. 2 more acts, I mean. Yeah. Okay, let's do her. Oh, cannot enter Sonora with trial character. Okay. All right. Looks like we're stuck with this one until we're done. So might as well just rest up for tomorrow. Oh, fuck. Ouch. Abby, are you alright?
You mean besides being squashed behind that blue thing? Yeah, I guess. Listen, I figured something out about that frequency.
What is it?
It's not a single frequency. It's like it's mixed up with something else. Or kinda like, a piece of cookie that's been crumbled in with everything else. Which is why it's so hard to get a good bite.
You tried to eat it?
To see if it was a threat. I can now say with certainty that it isn't. But since it's a crumbly mess, other than taking up space, it's pretty useless.
We might encounter something similar at the next 2 pedestals. Keep an eye on this for me, will you?
Will do. You can count on me, 100%.
Alright, I'll count on you. Alright. The night passes in silence. Cantarella is the first to awaken. I cannot read everything else. Notice the subtle sound coming from outside. Ooh, trial character. Okay, we're gonna be using her.
I thought I'd slip away quietly and avoid any fuss. But now, here I am dealing with all of you. Since you're all here, how
I don't see if I can
about a
parry.
morning stroll?
Okay, I am not
Rude.
parrying well.
That tickles. Call from the abyss. And sink into the endless deep.
Oh, there's a lot more.
Need help?
There we go.
Shadow descends. You will
Okay,
obey.
why am I Havoc Rover now?
One with the sounds.
Engulfed
Goodbye.
by seas
Boom.
of venom.
Oh, there's more.
Surge of deep tides. Riptides claim you.
No! He hit me out of the skill. There we go.
Well, this is where our paths must part.
You're here for the Sentinel. Why would you leave now?
What I saw yesterday caught my attention. It may be tied to the Sentinel. And besides, I'd rather not spend the day twiddling my thumbs, seeing as your gondola only holds 2.
Are you sure you want to go alone?
Such concern for me. I do hope to see the fruits of your labor when I return. Mind if I take Turvin?
Go ahead. It's no use now that it's out of the pedestal. Its energy is gone.
It may still come in handy.
I'll add you in my terminal. Call me if you need
Ah,
help.
Riz.
I just might ring you up once things are settled.
You open your terminal and exchange contact information. All right, boys, we got our number. That's funny. What? Oh, you can actually go in it. Okay, that's cool.
If only I could still fight.
No,
Everyone's
we're too
doing their
close
part.
to the
Don't worry.
sides.
Nobody's perfect. The waterway up ahead is completely blocked.
That garden once housed dragon echoes. Now there's nothing left but tacit discords.
Wow. This place just looks amazing no matter how many times I
Wind, guide me.
see it. It's crazy.
Harkness should be here somewhere. This is where the acolytes used to be tested. Perhaps that Steely over there has instructions on what to do.
You don't remember from your exams?
As the Blessed Maiden, I was exempt.
She was too smart. Withered steel. Or stell? I don't know. Trust thy neighbor, else land will stay fallow. Unite the isles, else levees will stay unbuilt. Brothers and sisters, let the sky, the land, and the seas be united. The path of righteousness is lit. It's lit! Is lit by the sacred fire of unity. Unity. Ow, fuck.
Sounds like they're talking about one of the three major belief systems, the faith of unity. I don't remember the pieces being spread out like this. Maybe we could find a way to move them.
Let's give it a try. We still need to rebuild the waterway. There's no point in fighting Hogness if we can't repair the waterway. At that distance, we should take a wing ray.
Okay. How long have I been streaming? It's been 2 hours and let's say 2.5 hours. Okay, I'm thinking I will take a pause here for Withering Waves. I will go to Genshin and then we'll finish the Varesa quest. That's the plan. So I'm gonna change it to Genshin. Just wait a moment. All right. Right. Oh my goodness, it's glitching. Ooh. Hang on. There we go. I hit it well. Okay. It is so bright, man. God damn. Okay, there we go. All right, we're back in Genshin. All right, I'm gonna stretch again. I must stand up. All right. All right, I have to change to the Genshin Impact audio. Okie dokie. Let's go.
We're back! And we found a bunch of stuff to use!
Great! We're almost done with the preparations at our side, too.
I've managed to get these iron chunks red hot. We should be good to go.
Yeah, and since we need really high temperatures, I brought the best stove I could find.
And I got a bunch of buckets of lava on standby if we need more fuel.
This man is crazy. It's like we're gearing up for a fight, not cooking a few mushrooms.
Yeah, but the things we brought aren't your typical cooking utensils either.
Well, that mushroom started it, right, everyone? Disrespecting Varesa and our guest of honor.
Yeah, we'll see what sort of excuses it can come up with this time. Thanks for the help, everyone. It really means a lot.
All right, let's see what we have here. Huh? The armor of a furnace shell mountain weasel? Don't tell me you went into the volcano.
No, it erupted out of nowhere, and then the weasel appeared, and then, well, anyway, we got this in the end.
How did we
way,
carry it?
this
This
is
shit
something
might be
special.
burning hot.
Back when I was training to be a chef, I studied the effect of temperature on different ingredients. This kind of armor produces intense localized heat. It's great for fish because you can get a nice sear on one side without overcooking the other. Anyway, let's get started. The mushrooms are all ready to go.
All right, let's go!
Whoa, the fragrance is so much more intense. And what's with this weird mist?
Wow.
Wait, no, something's not right.
Uh-oh. Whoa, oh my goodness. Holy moly. I guess we got teleported. Damn, man. This shit's so bright. Okay, why is it taking so long to load? Okay, there we go.
Where are we? Where did everyone go?
I have no idea. We just showed up here. I can't see the others anymore.
Huh? Is something wrong?
That's a cuddle! Chief! We don't know where we are!
What? I know it's hard to see through this mist, but aren't you here at the tribe with the rest of us?
So you don't feel anything strange?
No. What are you feeling?
Like in a whole different world. This must be the Sage Lord's trick. But it's only affecting the three of us. But why us and not the others?
Because you are the only worthy devotees, of course.
Evil jerk of a mushroom!
That's it?
This is what you look like!
I was expecting an actual person
A bit
though.
more evil than the other mushrooms we met.
I am no longer concerned with your insolence. On the contrary, I am satisfied with your performance. So, as promised, you shall have the answers you seek. Of course, I have a goal of my own. Let me reiterate once more. The great Sage Lord of Fungi, that would be me, is extending you the honor of becoming my subjects.
Ha! The only way anyone's serving you is on a platter!
Now, don't be hasty. It's inadvisable to speak in absolutes. You refuse only because you have yet to witness my miracles. Cherish this opportunity. It may not come again. As you know, Tivat is not a peaceful place. The gods wage war against one another. Monsters roam the land. Humans live in squalor. But then, humanity discovered me, and learned that I could grant them unlimited power to fell even the most fearsome of enemies.
If we want to become strong, we just have to eat this!
Whoa, what the f... Turn into a whole ass grown man.
Monsters are no match for me!
And so, the humans worshipped me as their savior. And in return, I revealed my identity as the Sage Lord of Fungi.
You really expect us to believe that? Besides, as far as enemies go, a few puny fungi aren't that fearsome.
Such arrogance! Take that back and apologize before I lose my temper.
You wish!
I mean, those monsters really don't look that scary. Not the kind you'd need a miracle to defeat anyway.
You insignificant mortals boast of strength? Very well. Then prove it!
Are we gonna need to fight? Alright.
Fulfill our pact! Burn it down!
Hurry up, Varesa! Kapow! Hi!
Well fought! You see? You ate a fair amount of my clones, and now look what you can do.
Huh?
My eye for subjects is as discerning as ever.
Huh. Weren't we insignificant mortals just a second ago? Weird.
I'll admit, you're not entirely useless, but my miracles are even greater than you can imagine.
No, don't just... another cryptic one-liner and another disappearing act? It's gotta be a mushroom thing at this point. Well, what should we do? Follow him?
Yeah, let's go. I think he's trying to tell us a story, although I'm not sure if I like the plot. What?
Oh. I got used to withering waves a second ago. I forgot you have to pick these up.
I soon became humanity's faith, and, with my power, created countless clones, with which I could bestow upon them an endless source of sustenance. Food is a scarce resource. A faith that provides for the needs of the flesh is the most practical and noble of all. And as my subjects gave themselves in service, either as civilians or warriors, I rewarded them with mushrooms in proportion to their contribution. The most exceptional among them could receive as many as 20 mushrooms a day.
That's it?
What are you insinuating? Are mushrooms not enough?
Well, it's possible people couldn't afford to be picky back then.
Yeah, but now even Saurians have more options than that.
Sustenance and strength. Such are the pillars of faith. So what do you think? A pretty enticing offer, wouldn't you agree?
Sorry, I had to mute. Oops. I hope you guys don't hear that.
Once you become my subjects, all you have to do is build a civilization dedicated to the mushrooms. And then...
Hold on. I want to know what happened next.
What do you mean, what happened next?
Right. If the humans dedicated themselves in service to you, then shouldn't you have your own tribe at this point? Or even your own nation? But I've read a lot of woven scrolls about the heroes of Natlan. And I've never come across anything about some kind of mushroom savior.
Hey.
Of course not. I was in a different nation at the time. I don't suppose you know their history, too.
We've been to Sumeru.
Yeah, and we didn't hear anything about a mushroom civilization.
I never said it was Sumeru. I have no idea where that assumption is coming from.
Because fungi are creatures from Sumeru.
A trivial detail. You know what? You don't deserve to know what happened next.
Then you don't deserve our faith either.
Yeah, if you want us to respect you, stop being so secretive.
True. If we don't know how the story ends, it doesn't hold much weight now, does it?
All right, fine. Same rules as before. If you want the truth, you'll have to use your wits to earn it. If you fail to prove your worth, good luck getting another detail out of me.
He ran off. Come on, after him.
Oh. Uh-huh. Right.
Let's go.
He jumped down from here.
Well. Hold on.
Is something wrong, Traveler?
There's something off about his motive.
Off? How?
That's how I feel too. Based on his personality, if he won't tell us how things turned out in the end, it must be because it's not something he can brag about. Besides, how did he even get from Sumeru to Natlan? Seems like he's avoiding that subject too. And through it all, he still hasn't given up on recruiting us. Even though he's in for a rude awakening.
Yeah, he seemed pretty annoyed with our questions. Why not just kick us to the curb?
Okay. He must be in dire need of subjects. And it has to be the three of us.
But why?
I don't know, but let's go after him and keep an eye out for clues along the way.
Alright, sounds like a plan. Let's go!
Let's go! Bombs. Oh. Bombs away! Oh, it's this thing. Okay.
Catch me if you can. If you can figure out which way to go, of course.
Absolutely insufferable.
Oh my goodness.
Leave this to me. I'll clear a path for you. I think we can get these mushrooms to form a path. We just need to wait for the right timing.
Run!
Get a load of this.
Boom.
Don't worry about me. I've got this.
Ow. Whee! Boom, boom. Oh, I have to go up. Might have missed the chest there, not gonna lie. Okay, jumping up clearly doesn't, it just stops me in the tracks.
A dead end?
Huh.
Jump up. Let it give us a ride.
There we go. What's this doing here?
All right, this should be good. Get ready and jump!
Alright, we made it.
Backed into a corner, huh?
Prepare for trouble and make it double.
Ow! Well, that hurt, you know. You humans have such violent tendencies.
I thought you were supposed to be strong.
How did we lose him?
Not again. Although, I think I pulled something off of him.
Damn. Pollen?
A ball of mist. Oh no, it's spreading.
Uh-oh.
They're gonna eat us. Gonna eat us. Eat us.
Ungrateful humans. Oh, at this rate, I won't have any clones left. The more my clones are consumed, the less power I have. Oh, the situation grows dire. Why must the humans eat so much? My power is all but spent.
Oh, that's why the sage at the whatchamacall that
Now all of
scholar.
Sonoro knows how scrumptious my mushrooms are. So if I want to grow, I must relocate. And if I want it to happen fast, I need suitable environmental conditions. You! Take me somewhere hot. The hotter the better.
Yes, my lord. Yes, this is a volcano in a land far to the west. The temperatures here get very high. It should be a most suitable location for your lordship to regain his strength. I shall now find a good place to plant you, my lord, so that your mycelial majesty may take root in this fertile land.
Yes, proceed. Huh? An earthquake? No, a volcanic eruption!
That scream is something.
So that's how it ended. No wonder you tried to hide it from us. It's pretty embarrassing.
I thought he said people formed communities around this mushroom and used it as their main source of food.
Yeah, but it looks like his following got too big and he couldn't keep up with the demand.
Huh. He used the mushrooms as his main recruitment tactic. But then the situation got out of control.
And it seems like his power is proportional to the number of clones he has.
Which means the more mushrooms the humans ate, the less powerful he became, right?
Wow. So his following didn't last long.
Nope, which explains why there aren't any records about some kind of mushroom civilization. In the end, he mind-controlled a human to bring him to Natlan and then got buried under a pile of volcanic rocks.
Yeah, for who knows how long. When we were talking to him earlier, he seemed kind of, out of touch, you know?
Well, he has been living under a rock.
Very funny.
This area for your orchard finally allowed him to start regaining his power.
Yeah, that sounds right. My parents always thought it was so weird that mushrooms kept popping up around the orchard no matter what we did. Now it makes sense. Wait, but if everything we saw is true, that means this mushroom has mind control powers or something? That's a recipe for disaster.
Hold on. Do you remember what he showed us? A group of humans worshipping a giant mushroom. It just doesn't make sense. They must have been mind-controlled. But when he started running out of power, he couldn't keep it up.
Oh, yeah. Maybe that's why he doesn't seem to be able to control us either.
I understand it now. Why it has to be us.
Oh? Why?
I'll explain on the way. I need to catch him to confirm my theory.
All right, then let's find this mushroom.
Yummy chest. Oh, there you go.
Again. Nothing can phase Paimon at this point.
Let's keep looking. He can't hide forever.
Ooh, is that his statue? Oh no.
There is no escape.
You two! Time to end them! Light it up!
Where are the others?
Hurry up, Varesa!
So you made it this far.
He looks burnt.
Impressive. In that case...
He hid himself in the statue. What should we do? Actually, that checks out. We're just gonna smash it, right? Cool.
Shine down! Show no mercy! Ha! Sa! Rise with the sun!
Yeah, you need Varesa.
Hurry up, Varesa!
There we go.
We've got you this time, nasty mushroom! We know all your schemes.
Maybe try hiding them a bit better next time.
We thought you were just a mushroom that happened to taste good. But now we know how dangerous you are, so we have to stop you.
Huh. It would seem you're not completely devoid of intelligence. Fitting for my future subjects. Still, you're overlooking a very important detail.
And what
Did you
what
think
might
I was
that
running away
be?
because I was scared? Well, this is a world of my creation. My will rules supreme. My schemes have been exposed, you say. No matter. My goal has already been achieved.
Huh? What?
It's okay.
Although I prefer to call myself the Sage Lord of Fungi, in the human
Okay.
tongue, I am known by another name.
Could this be Molly? Malo Zhang? Voicing Sage Lord of Fungi? It could be her. I hear like the distinct sound that she has. It could be Malo. I think it's her.
You now behold the god Bifrons, the sole protagonist in this endless carnage!
So you're a god.
Indeed, foolish, shallow, and ungrateful humans! Have you forgotten your savior during this time of war? I am the god who's protecting countless of your kind during this Archon war. You have no food in which to satiate your hunger, no means with which to counter the hordes of monsters, and the gods loom overhead, capable of reducing you to ashes with a simple snap of their fingers. Just one word, and you could have had my protection. But now, that opportunity is lost forever, and you only have your own stupidity and arrogance
Here.
to blame.
It sounds like Astra a bit here.
Plan has already succeeded. What you saw when you cooked the mushrooms was not mist, but spores, set to sprout into green mushrooms very soon. And that's where their true power lies. Because, given a bit of time to grow, green mushrooms will multiply exponentially. You see, considering my current level of power, I had no way to create large number of clones. Unless, of course, I had access to a source of extreme heat. And you delivered one to me on a silver platter. That was my plan all along.
So, you kept running away from us because you needed to buy time?
Precisely. Before long, the green mushrooms will multiply at an unstoppable rate, allowing me to return to the peak of my power. Then, I shall reclaim my dignity and status as a god, achieve victory in the Archon War, and take revenge on Sumeru.
You have no concept of time, do you? Newsflash!
Oh, so it's like a long time ago.
Nonsense! Is that not the source of your suffering?
Man, it's been 500 years.
War this and war that! If you fear the Archon War, all the more reason to cower behind the protection of a god.
Pretty sure they're talking about the war against the Abyss.
Huh?
The Archon War? I guess I've heard about that once or twice, but only from Outlanders.
Ha! I see what's going on here. You're using lies and trickery to
Bro was
befuddle me.
petrified.
You know, my original plan was to imprison you here until the end of time. But now, I have a better idea. Once nothing is left of this land but an endless field of mushrooms, I'll set you free. You get the honor of witnessing that despair in person. Now, I was going to offer you a glimmer of hope by allowing you to pledge yourselves to me and take on the burden of managing my kingdom. But now, the deal is off.
It was an empty deal from the start.
What did you say?
We weren't chosen because you saw something in us. We were your only option.
The Traveler explained everything. The only reason I could hear you is because I've eaten so many mushrooms over the years.
Yeah, and Paimon ate a whole bunch during the competition. Paimon's small, so it didn't take as many mushrooms for her to be affected.
And I happen to have a special constitution, which made it easy for me to hear you.
Point being, most people would have to eat a monstrous amount of mushrooms to even hear you over the buzz of a mosquito. So you latched onto us as a group of people who can actually hear your voice. In other words...
You're too weak.
You said your mushrooms need time to grow, which means you don't have enough power to keep us here.
I may not have my former strength, but keeping a few humans right where I want them is a small task. Unless you think you can take on a creature as vicious and powerful as the jade-plumed Terrashroom.
Yeah, you can kind of handle that.
Can't.
Forget about him.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, if he was telling the truth, we need to get back to the tribe as soon as possible.
Oh, no! You must be bluffing! A few measly humans couldn't possibly be that powerful. And what's this about a war against the abyss? Hey, I want answers!
Too bad.
Paimon's not gonna waste one more
Yeah,
word on this
Bifrons
guy.
be
Let's go.
Bifrons. That's not the correct term to use it in. God, I hate this white screens, man. So bright. Ooh. Uh-oh.
What should we do?
Worried? Ha ha ha! Don't be. It's just a few mushrooms. Atoli!
It's time to get cooking.
Get ready to feast!
What the fuck? It's a little bit more animated now. It's your time to shine, Varesa. What is this editing?
More, please.
Yeah, I give everything to her now.
Guess it's time to dig in.
Stop this at once!
You know what? I'll give credit where credit is due. Their animation is getting a lot better. It's like I mentioned earlier in a stream before.
And with that,
They're starting to move closer to Zenless Zone Zero's way of
care to tell me
animating.
what happened earlier?
Which
It
I,
was lights
oh my
out for
goodness,
all
I
three of you.
jerked my head. Which I think will help Genshin Impact convey more because of their theme being more cartoony
Eating it ever since.
or childish to some people.
Still around is super strong, but this one reached a whole new low.
Like with Yumi Mizuki's trailer, you can also see glimpses of stretching from the body proportions and all of that, which yeah, I really like. It really gives it a more animated feel. So I'm glad that Genshin is moving towards this route in terms of animation.
Also, didn't he have his facts all wrong? He kept going on about some kind of Archon War.
Bro, that was 500 years ago.
That land was never part of the Archon War, so it
Really?
rarely comes up around these parts. It makes sense that you don't know much about it, Varesa.
Whoa, hold on. Are you serious?
But is it?
Of course. The infighting between the dragons pretty much took over everything. So, there was no room for the gods to join in.
Huh? Huh? That doesn't make sense to me.
Yep, that checks out. Living under a rock all those years, Mushroom God wakes up, thinking it's still the Archon War, and tries to use that to convince people to worship him.
Little did he know, our lives are much better now than in the Age of the Dragons.
So what do we do now? It can't be easy to slay a god.
I guess it's back to business as usual.
He might have
As long
eaten,
as we keep
been
picking
eaten
the green
already.
mushrooms, that god is just a tasty mushroom at the end of the day. Actually, Traveler? Can I borrow you for a minute?
Sure thing.
Alright, here's good. So, it's not anything super important. I just wanted to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Your encouragement gave me the courage to investigate the green mushrooms and helped me resolve a threat to my tribe. And maybe this sounds weird considering everything, but it was a really awesome adventure. I had fun.
Me too. It's an adventure I'll remember for a long time.
Oh, why's that?
You got the chance to shine as a hero, and it was all you, through and through.
You're right. I never thought my appetite would save the day. It's pretty surreal. But it's like you said. All it takes is a little patience and perseverance, and my time will come. If I start to doubt myself in the future, all I need to do is think of this experience and everything I've learned along the way.
Yep, you got this.
Hey, you two! Akata was saying that since a scholar from Sumeru warned the tribe about the mushrooms, someone there must know about the mushroom god. Should we go check it out? Couldn't hurt to get more information.
Oh, good point. But if we're heading to the academia...
Damn,
I need
we're
to get
actually
permission
going to
from Uncle
Sumeru?
Coddle first.
Right, and it's not a quick trip. We have to cross the whole desert.
Why don't we just ask the Adventurers Guild? Who knows? Maybe there's a Sumeru scholar in Natlan right now.
Good idea. Let's check it out.
Oh. Damn. That's far. Smokeless wool. Okay. Catherine! After hearing your story...
Oh, Catherine's back! And isn't that Tainari?
Oh, what the fuck is he doing here?
Word from the speaker's chamber was that an Amurta scholar happened to be conducting research in the area. So they helped me to get in touch.
Amurta. It's been a while, you two. So, you're the one looking into the Sage Lords, right?
So you must know all about him, right?
Of course. To those in the Amurta Darshan, his power is tied to his number of clones at one point. So at one point, he possessed a truly fearsome form. But as his clones diminished, and so he became impossible to track. Scholars could only keep tabs of him by monitoring the
The
remains.
mushrooms started popping up in our orchard not too long ago.
I'm trying to like bring up my nasalness here. Well, from what I've heard, he has very few clones right now. Of course, the interest of research, I would prefer to send a few scholars from Darshan. I wanted to get your permission before submitting a formal request to the speaker's chamber.
You're welcome anytime. That's a huge help, actually. I wanted to ask, though. You said what remains of his clones? Does that mean there are clones outside of Natlan? Even now?
Oh yes, there's a huge one beneath the chasm. Oh shit! That's him?
You know that name?
Yeah, Paimon calls it Sheesh Room. It's absolutely huge! Way more impressive than the puny Sage Lord.
I wouldn't expect it to be connected to World Quest. It took a long time for Zamarin to grow into this form. Luckily, Zamarin isn't a green cap mushroom. And I believe it might have some separated from the mushroom god for a very long time.
Ooh, I'll come. It'll be nice to interact with a friendly mushroom for once.
Friendly is right. So this one is definitely not for eating.
I would never.
Alright, we're done. And you know, these, I don't know what boss they are going to be bringing, but these are kind of useless. This one. These are supposed to be character level up materials, but nobody is using them. So I have no idea when this is going to be used or when we'll get a boss that has this material. So we'll have to see. But alright, that's it for today's stream. We did Wuthering Waves, and then we finished the Tribal Chronicle quest of Varesa. Oh, we can get this. Nice. We have 800. Okay, and then coming in the coming days, we're gonna have the shop refresh. So we're gonna have a temple ready. But yeah. That's it for today's stream. We've been streaming for about, I think, 3 hours. Yeah, about 3 hours. Tomorrow... Okay, tomorrow I am going to finish a Honkai Star story. I'm at the last part with Tribi, so it wouldn't take too long. And then we'll continue with Wuthering Waves first. And then we'll go with Honkai Star. And then we'll watch the live stream. So we're going to have a watch party tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. That's when the live stream starts. So I'm going to be streaming 5. I'm going to start streaming at 5 p.m. So yeah. Hopefully they will be adding more features. They've listened to our feedback, because the story, pacing, and presentation is not it. I have no idea where they're going to be going with the future characters. You know, I won't be discussing leaks, but if you know, you know. It's not a good thing for the game. I don't know where the direction is going to be going, but yeah, I would say 3.2. I will give it a chance. Hold on. Okay, so what was I saying? So yeah, 3.2 is gonna be Honkai Star's last chance for me. I'll watch the live stream, and then I will try out the version when it comes out. If it is not up to my expectations, if they did not improve drastically, I'm gonna have to be a bit more dramatic here. If they have not improved drastically, especially with the story, I think it might be quits for Honkai Star. I'm gonna be real. It's what started this. Jesus, my head keeps jerking. It's what started this channel. But if I'm not satisfied with how the game is going and the direction of it, I am not gonna force myself to play it. I honestly have invested a lot into the game. Excuse me. Excuse me. But it is what it is, you know. I will still be playing Genshin Impact. I will still be playing Zenless Zone Zero. But yeah, if I quit Honkai Star, that would just give me more time to play Genshin, to make Genshin content, to make Withering Waves, Endless Zone Zero content. So it's gonna be its last chance for me. So alright, that's it for this stream. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you to those who came around earlier, that dropped by, and thank you for those who are watching the, oh, it's not a VOD anymore because we're not on Twitch, but thank you guys who are watching the live stream once it's done. It's alright, that's about it. Thank you for watching. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye bye.